Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Teaching Anything from the Scratch. And before we proceed to the what we are to do today, let me just do a quick recap of what was done in lesson two. In lesson two, we built our first workflow using the manual trigger, meaning we had to click a button yourself to start it. And today that changes because we are going to be building a workflow that starts automatically without you touching anything. And this is where the automation start to feel rules. Now, for today, here's the plan. We are going to build a workflow that starts the moment a form is submitted, no clicking, no natural work. And this is called a webhook trigger. It is one of the most powerful triggers in N8N because it connects to almost anything that can send data over the internet, whether it's a form, website, apps, even other automation. And before we proceed, I would like to just mention the types of trigger that we have because I mentioned it in the first episode of teaching this from scratch, and I'll just like to do a quick refresh now since it matter today. So the first one is manual trigger, which is you click it, and that was what we used last time. And then we have the schedule trigger, which is you run it automatically at set times, like every day at 9 a.m. We have the webhook trigger, which starts the instant something happens elsewhere, like a form submission. And then we have the app triggers that start when something happens inside a connected app, like a new email. So today, what we are going to make use of is the webhook trigger because it is the most common one you will find many people using this reward automation. Now let's get started, and I'll walk until you can see my screen. Now the first thing you have to do is to come here, click on plus, and then you search for what we know as sorry a second, what we know as webhook trigger. You can see it down below here on the webhook call. So you click on it, and then it's going to open this panel on your screen. And then on this panel that you're looking at, I have some explanation to make here so that you can understand what you're looking at. Now, in this webhook on the call trigger, we have two URL. We have the test URL and the production URL. Now, the test URL is when you are building a workflow and you're just testing it. You're not ready to go for live. Like you're not going to go to live and publish it. Production URL is when you are ready to go live. You get what I'm saying? Now, when you're ready to go live, you can copy and then you publish. You get what I'm saying now? So now this test URL and this production URL, what they are mainly used for is that whenever you want to get your data from, maybe you're getting your data from a form or from how can I say, let's say from a form, from maybe an app or maybe something else, wherever your data is coming from, you need this URL, whether it is a test URL or a production URL, to get the data from those places, especially if that platform is definitely in alignment with using a webhook. You get what I'm saying now? So in the sense that this test URL, you have to copy it and paste it into the platform you are getting your data from, or connect it with the platform you are getting your data from. And this production URL also, if you are ready to publish it live. But since you are just building a workflow and it's just in a test mode, you are going to make use of this test URL. But it's when you're about to publish it, that's when you're going to make use of this production URL. And what you just have to do is just copy them, paste them into wherever you want to get your data from, connect them together. I just only need to paste the link and click on connect, and that's all. And you don't need to do any more setting. That's this copying link and pasting. Now, and below we have the HTTP method. Now, this is the method that anything make use of to get data from where you connect your URL with. Do you get what I'm saying now? In the sense that if you connect it to your form, anything will make use of this particular method called get to get the data from what? From that platform that you connected your URL with. Now, one thing that I need to explain to you guys in this section is that now, not every platform, not every form, not every app make use of get as a method, because the platform you are getting your data from and this method has to align together, in the sense that the platform you are getting your data from has to be making use of a get method in their own developer or integration settings or wherever they are setting it up. And whatever you are using here in your anything also has to match that their own HTTP, in the sense that if a platform is using a get HTTP, you have to choose a get HTTP here too. If a platform is using a post HTTP, you're going to change this one to the next, whatever the platform is using. But now, this is not how the thing work, in the sense that no platform will use apart from these two. Do you get what I'm saying? In the sense that no platform will use any other apart from these two. Because in the sense that no platform will use, we have a lot of, let me show you, we have a lot of HTTP method. We have the delete, we have the add, we have the patch, we have the post, we have the put. Now, in the sense that no platform will use any other than this get and post, especially if you are passing, if you are trying to get a data. But if you are sending data here, you can use post. You get what I'm saying? Now, mostly, especially post. You get what I'm saying now? But if you are trying to get data, it's either you use get or post. You get what I'm saying now? But if you are trying to send data to, is it that that one is mainly post. Do you get what I'm saying now? Now, one thing now is that if you switch to, let's say, you assuming you didn't know the platform you didn't know the platform HTTP you're working with, let's say the form you want to use or the form you want to work on the form you want to get your data from, or the platform you want to get your data from, you don't know the HTTP method they are using, or maybe the platform is using, and then you want to set up your own webbook on your N8N account. Now, to just, not to be confused, let's say this is how it's going to be on when you open it. To not be confused, just come to your settings and click on this allow multiple HTTP method. When you click on it like this, it's going to come back to parameters. It's going to show you, you see that it shows get or post, which means wherever your data is coming from, if the platform is using get, you will receive your data. If the platform is using post, you will receive your data. Do you get the idea like that? So you don't need to worry about yourself whether whether the platform is using get or post. No need to worry yourself. Anything has made it easier for you guys. Just click on allow multiple HTTP method. It says that it's going to show get and post. Those are the two. So those two like that, you can be able to get your data across to wherever you want to get it to, or pass your data across here, and it will show on this next side. So now let's go. Now the form we are going to be making use of is called tally form. So let's come here. It's called tally. You can also make use of that form when you're doing your practice work. So it's called the tally form. So just come here. Let me come here. So I already have a tally form. Let me delete this. I already have a form here already. Let me go back to my workspace. So let's just create a new form so you can see how it looks like. So this is a tally form. To sign up on a tally form, you don't need, just go to your Google, click on search for tally.io or tally form, click on the link, sign up with Google, put in your details. They have some onboarding question, you fill those ones, and then you are good to go. So you come to new form. When you come to new form, just click on, let's just give you the title, testing form. It's a testing form, and then we are going to use a template. So you're going to make use of contact form templates, and then you're going to click on use template. And on these templates, we don't need much. Delete this one, we don't need this one. We don't need the phone number. We only need the name, the first name, the last name, and then the email. So, and then we are good to go. So you click on publish. When you click on publish, you come to integration. And when you click on integration, you see now there's a webbook here. You click on it. You click on connect. So it's asking for endpoints URL. So then you go back to your workflow. This is the test URL. Since we are not ready to publish now, you click on this. It's already copied. Go back here, paste it, and then connect. You see that it said webbook is live. You see that it's published. Now copy your link. Copy your link here. Copy your link to share. Open and put your link here. Enter. And then you see that we have the form here. So now let's fill the form and test to see if we get it now. So you come back here, click on list for test events, listing for test events. So you come back to your form. Yeah, let's fill. We have Anna, Daniel. And then we have robertpraise@123.com. Click on submit. Let's go. If it checks it, you see now we have node executed successfully. So now if you check, we have two branch. We have the get branch and the push branch. The get branch is showing that no output data in this branch. That means the platform we are working on, which is Tally, does not make use of get as the HTTP. They make use of post as the HTTP. Do you get what I'm saying now? So just click on this post branch, and then you can see we have the data here. What we are supposed to get is here now. We have the form response. This is the form name, contact form name. We have the first name, which is Anna. You see that. We have the last name, which is Daniel, and we have the email as Robert Praise one 31 at gmail.com. And then the next thing, we close this. So now, if you look on this canvas, we have two item out, which is get and post. You just click on this posts. You don't need this get because there's no data coming from this get. So we click on post, and then we click on this plus, and then we add. So what we are going to add next is an edit feed. An edit feed in the sense that that edit feed is going to be able to only extract the email and the first name. That's the only thing we need. We don't need another thing apart from the first name and the email. So you click on search for edit. So this is it here. So when you click on it, it's going to ask you to drag your feed. So what we need here to do is just to drag the feed where the data are. So you drag your value, which is Anna. You drag it here like this, paste it there. You see that? And then you drag the email, which is value, which is rubber praise. Drag it in the second one like this. You see that? So we have Anna and rubber praise. So you just execute the step, and then you see that we have only Anna and rubber praise as the data here. You see that no any other data. It's not like much as the other one in this end. We only have this, and then you move on. Let me switch this one up. Then the next thing, you move on to what? Google Sheet. Let's say you want to log them in your Google Sheet. Data is coming from a form, from your maybe Facebook ad, or maybe it's coming from Instagram ads, or maybe it's coming from your website, and then you are getting your data from your website, or your form, a form on your website. You're getting it from there, and then from the webbook where data is dropping, you edit them, you extract the data, and then you log them into your Google Sheet. So let's use Google Sheet now. So we open this one, and then what you're going to do here is click on append and or update a row, because there's an existing row already in my Google Sheet where I'm going to be logging in there. So now in this aspect, I'm using this append or update row in a sheet because I have an existing sheet that is already there, and this is my existing sheet where I'm storing my leads, which is the email and the first name. Do you see that? The email and the first name. Do you see? And now let's go back here. So that's why I'm using append or update row in a sheet. But if to say you do not have an existing sheet before, you can just create a spreadsheet. Do you see that? When you click on create a spreadsheet, it's going to create a new spreadsheet with the data that is coming from this edit feed. Do you get the concept now? So let's go back to append or update row in a sheet. And to have an existing Google Sheet is not much. What you just have to do is just go to your Gmail, click on the Google Sheet, and then name it. It's not a must that you name it. My own, I've not named it. It's called untitled spreadsheet. I've not named it. It's not a must. Just make sure that there's something is there. Just input a demo data there, like my own, like this first data, which is praise about me, and the column headings, which is email address and first name. Just do that, and you are good to go. And then if it's not a must exactly that is you are using the same method I used, in the sense that you might also want to use it for your business or anything that you want to use it for. You can put in the column. Let's say you can have your email address, first name, their phone numbers, whatever data coming from your phone, the reason why they are contacting you, the location, the maybe they're asking for your service, the budget. Do you get what I'm saying now? And everything. So you can add it like that, and then let's continue. So I'm going to click on append date or row in a sheet. So let's click on that. And then it's going to tell us that, okay, let's choose from which list. So it's going to be from let me check okay. Let's sign in with Google again. So I want to sign in with Google again. So I think we are good to go. Yeah, so this is this is my own untitled spreadsheet. Click on it. Then it's going to ask us to click, which is sheet one, definitely. So it's going to ask us that which column are we matching on with. It's going to ask us that match each column manually or match automatically. We have match each column manually. So column to match on, you're going to click it, which is email address. And then you're going to click on this one, put it here, drag your value, which is the email address, and drag the name, which is this one. You see that? And then we are going to click on execute the step to see if it adds to my. Okay, let's check my sheet like that. Do you see that it's showing now Robert Praise wanted it's showing Hannah. Do you see that? So it's already added to this existing sheet. And then the next thing is we want to send it to You want to use a Gmail to send them. Let's say you want to send them a Gmail. So let's say you want to just send them a Gmail. So click on Gmail like this, and then we click on send a message. So it's just going to be like two. So two is going to come from this email address here. You see that? And then let me map that again. You're going to map that like this. You're going to drag and drop here. You see that? Just all this thing I'm doing, just drag and drop. And this one too is drag and drop. No, no, you know, you drag and drop. Let's just put hello. This is subject. I. Let's put welcome to the show. And then the email type is going to be text. And then just put hello. Hello. Let's put the first name now. Hello, Anna. And then we'll put a comma at the end. And then we move on to, let's see, how are you doing? You see that? And then I think we are good to go. And then we click on execute step. So let's check my Gmail. You see now, it just entered, which is hello Hannah, how are you doing? The email was sent automatically with N8N. And I think so with that, we are good to go. So now we have the webbook, we have the edit feed, we have the append or update row in a sheet and send a message. So the webbook is the trigger, and the edit feed and the append date row and in sheet is node, and then the Gmail is what called the output. So now the essence of this video is just to show you that how you can make use of trigger, webbook trigger to get data from whatever you want to get it for. So in the sense that you can copy you link the URL that webbook is going to give to you, and after copying it, you are going to go to the platform that you want to use, and after pasting to the platform that you want to use, then you can come back and then run it, and then it's going to work that way. So now that we are done with testing, that we know that okay, everything is working now. So now let's open this, and then let's open this. So let's go to production URL. So this production URL is going to be this part. So just copy. So this production, after copying it, then we click on, then we go back to the, let's go back to the contact form first. So let's click on this. So let's paste this there. Let's save. And then let's come back to the Google Sheet, and then let's publish it. So I think we are good to go. So now let's now run it without not doing anything, without not running it executively. Let's see if it's going to work. Just come to this execution. So now let's try the form again. Let me copy the form again. Okay, so let's put the name. Let's put gifted Sam, and we have, let's put my email praise Abayomi 380 at gmail.com. Praise Abayomi 380 at gmail.com. So we click on submit. So let's see if there is a new flow that just come in now. You see now, July 30, a new flow just come in, July 30, 2106. And when we click on it, it says executed successfully. So let's go to my Gmail to check. Let's go to my Gmail to check. We have my Gmail here. So you see that it's working automatically without not clicking on execute workflow or anything. So the main form is coming in, is going to be working like that till eternity, except if the flow, or maybe you will unpublish it, or maybe you this something that you see now. So it's Robert Praise. Click on it. Welcome to the show. Hello, gifted. How you doing? That's just all. That's it, and that's all. And with that, your automation is working automatically without you not clicking on it that okay execute or maybe something like that. Do you get what I'm saying now? So now this is just the third lesson, and the fourth lesson is coming very, 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 very soon. Now, as I said, before you activate your workflow here, before you publish it, you should have copy or publish your production URL, paste it inside the contact form again, connect it to your whatever your data is coming from before you publish it so that you can get the production work. So let's just do a recap what you learned today. You learn what a Webhook Trigger can do, how it can catch a real incoming data, how to pass the real data into an action node, and how to activate a workflow so it runs on its own. So now the challenge for this lesson is those that you connect, you do exactly the way I did here now. It's not a must that you make use of tally form. You can find the form, but since you don't know much about all this form, just make use of what I make use of in this video. Tally form, connect your webbook, pass the data, connect the form, follow the example the way I did it. And the moment you are able to do this one, you should be able to connect with the other forms too. You get, and to get the set, to get for every form that you want to connect your webbook or anything to, they are located in the integration section. Now if you check, you know that this one is located in the integration section. So wherever you want to connect your webbook to, webbook URL to anything, is located here in the integration section. So it's just, even if you want to use another form, is that form, the webbook is located in the, you can use, let's say, jot form, you can use type form, you can use all those form, PandaDoc and many more like that. As far as those things are connecting with webbook, you are good to go. So that's just your practice work. What you just have to do is just do exactly what is on my screen: webbook, edit feed, append, update row, or send message. And you see, and just drop the screenshots, and you drop the screenshot of this on the group showing all this mark, and then you give me screenshot of the email that was sent to your Gmail. Those are the two things that I need: the screenshot of this and the screenshot of the one that was sent to your email. Thank you. See you in the next class.